Okay, good morning, children. So, we'll continue the topic that is synthetic fibers and plastics. Okay, so in that, we are going to discuss a second part of a topic that is plastics. So, mainly, we are going to study about the plastics in that thermosetting and thermoplastics. Okay, plastic is also a polymer like the synthetic fiber. All plastics do not have the same type of arrangement of units. In some it is linear, whereas in others it may be a cross linked. So here you can see in the picture the linear polymer and cross linked polymer. So I told you polymer means many single monomer united together to form a chain that we call it as polymer. So those monomers may link in the linear fashion to form linear polymer, or they may link in the means any manner. So that is what we call it as cross crisscross, that is a cross linked. So in diagram B you can see cross linked, in diagram A you can see linear polymer. So here you can see examples of plastics. So I think you might have seen all these in your day-to-day life. These are the materials which we commonly use in our day-to-day life, which are made of plastics. So plastics again of two types. One is a thermoplastic, another one is a thermosetting plastic. So what do you mean by thermoplastic? Thermoplastic, you will observe that some plastic articles can bend easily while some break when forced to bend. When we add hot water to the plastic bottle, it gets deformed. So the thermoplastic are the one where they melt upon heating. Those are called as a thermoplastic. So if you heat, it will melt. So and it can be made into, it can be molded into desired, again it can be subjected for recycling and it can be molded back. So that is what thermoplastic. Okay, such plastics which gets deformed easily on heating and can be bent easily are known as thermoplastics. So they are called as the thermoplastics. Polythene and PVC are the some examples of thermoplastics. Polythene and PVC. Polythene, so as you know that polythene bags and all, those are what? Thermoplastics. Okay. Then PVC, polyvinyl chloride, is another example of a thermoplastic. Okay, these are used in the manufacture of toys, combs and various types of containers. We are using thermoplastic. So polythene bag, as I told you, it is a best example for thermoplastic type, where it can be recycled further. Okay, after use you can give it for recycling, again it can be molded into a desired product. Okay, that is polythene bag. On the other hand, there are some plastics which when molded once cannot be softened by heating. So there are the plastic category where it cannot be molded back. Such plastics are called thermosetting plastics. Thermosetting plastics. Okay, bakelite, melamine are the examples of a thermosetting plastic, and these are the bakelite especially is a poor conductor of heat and electricity. Hence it is used in making electrical switches. So electrical switches will are made by a plastic which is a what? Thermosetting. So if thermoplastic is used, what happens when if short circuit occurs, it starts melting because it conducts. Okay, not conducts, but due to short circuit it melts. It increases the burning process. Okay, that is why thermosetting is used. Even if fire occurs or if any short circuit occurs, it will not continue burning. Okay, and the handles of various utensils etc. Melamine is a versatile material. So it resists fire and can tolerate heat better than other plastics. So it is used for making floor tiles, kitchenware and fabrics which resist fire. So that is why even thermosetting plastics are used in as a floor tiles. Okay, floor tiles in some of the places, especially in laboratories and all. And kitchenware especially cooker handle. So cooker handle you might have seen, heavy weight it will be, but it is a plastic but thermosetting. you cannot give it for recycling. They will not take only, because it cannot be subjected for recycling. Okay, once it is molded into a shape, that is the final. That is why they will not take cooker handle, old cooker handle and all, because it is a thermosetting type of plastic, and it is a poor conductor. So I think you might have seen, even if you coffee tea means, if you are making in that vessel, okay, or in cooker, you might have seen, you can hold handle very properly, because it has a plastic made where it will not conduct heat and electricity. Plastic as a material of choice. So children, today if we think of storing food, the item, water, like water, milk, pickles, dry food, etc., plastic containers seem most convenient. The reason is, in almost all the cases they are using what we call it as plastics, and you will come to know, because of its characteristic features we are using it. This is because of their lightweight. First one is because of a lightweight. Second one, lower price. Economically, it is affordable. Then good strength and easy handling. You can handle it very easily. Okay, it is a lightweight means you can handle it very easily. Then uh, and it is a durable. Last one is a durable. It can be used for a longer time, as it is a not biodegradable. It can be used for a longer period. Being lighter as compared to the metals, plastics used in cars, aircrafts, and spacecrafts too. The list is endless if we start counting articles like slippers, furniture, and decoration pieces. So, if you start counting the number of articles made by plastics, it is endless. Many articles are made of plastics nowadays because of its property. So, some characteristic features made plastics to be used in various fields. So, we'll learn one by one what are those characteristic features of plastics. So, plastic as a as non-reactive. This is the first point, very important. That is, plastic is not at all reactive. That is why in most of in laboratories you might have seen, the salts are kept in what, plastic bottles only. Okay, almost all salts are being kept in the plastic bottles, because that salt will not at all react with the plastics, because it is a non-reactive. So if you place salt in a metal container, what happens, it reacts and it changes into another compound, or it may get spoiled also. That is why in laboratories, preferably they store it in a, what we call it as uh, plastics. Okay, and affordable, and even if it falls also, it will not break easily. That is why in most of the places they are going to use plastics. Okay, plastic as light, strong, and durable. So as you know that plastic is lightweight. Okay, like compared to the metal container, it is definitely a lightweight. Okay, and strong enough. Okay, it has a strength, as I told you, it has a strength, and durable. You can use it for a longer period of time. That is a durability. Okay, since plastic is a very light and strong, durable, can be molded into different shapes and sizes. It is used for various purposes. Plastics are generally cheaper than the metals. They are widely used in industries and for household articles. So that is why in industries and all, they are going to use it. Okay, and compared to other articles, it is cheaper. Plastics are poor conductor. So when you look at the plastics are definitely a poor conductor. You have learned above about plastic are poor conductors of heat and electricity. That is why electrical wires have plastic covering. So you might have seen, so inside the electrical wire there will be a copper or aluminum, but outside to that wire there will be a coating of plastic, because even if you touch that wire you will not get a shock, because it acts as an insulator. The outermost covering of a plastic acts as a insulator. Okay, that is why coverings are made by plastics. And handles of screwdrivers, I think you might have seen, screwdrivers are used to check whether in the what we call it as a switchboard, if they, whether there is a current or not. For to check, we use a screwdriver. So in that also they use plastics. Okay, as mentioned above, handles of frying pans are also made of plastics, because frying pans usually do not, it should not conduct heat. Okay, that is why handles are usually made by plastics. In that, definitely they are going to use a thermosetting plastic. Suppose if they use thermoplastic, what happens, it starts melting. That is why they will not at all use thermoplastic, they will use thermosetting plastics. So that is why even if you go and purchase switchboards and all, in that quality switchboards and the switchboards which are not that much quality are also available in the market. Okay, quality means definitely it is made of a thermosetting type of a plastic. Okay, usually it will be a durable long time. Okay, but if you use a normal thermo, there are thermoplastic switchboards are also available in a cheaper amount. So that will if fire occurs, definitely it starts melting, it is dangerous. Okay, that is why uh, thermosetting switchboards are better compared to the thermoplastics. Okay, plastics and the environment. So when it comes to the plastic, as you everybody knows, it's a non-biodegradable. Non-biodegradable means it will not be decomposed by the bacteria which are present in the soil or which are present in the what we call it as atmosphere. That is why plastic makes pollution, definitely. So that is why what we are supposed to do, we are not supposed to throw plastics to the soil, because definitely it is going to pollute environment. So biodegradable, as you know, that it is the one, the substance which degraded by bacteria are called as a biodegradable substances. So a dead body, okay, dead and decay matter, either plants or animals, will be degraded by microorganisms. It's a biodegradable substance. So here list is given, children, biodegradable and non-biodegradable substances on an approximate time taken for degenerate or uh, degradation. So here I'll read that uh, peels of vegetables, fruits, and leftover foodstuffs. Okay, these are approximately take 1 to 2 weeks. Okay, approximately take 1 to 2 weeks to degrade completely. Okay, nature of the material is definitely biodegradable. Okay, then paper, as I told you, it is made from the wood. Okay, wood pulp. So it takes almost 1 month, 10 days to 30 days, biodegradable material only. So cotton cloth, 2 to 5 months. Okay, within that it gets degraded, biodegradable. So wood, 10 to 15 years it will takes, depending on the size of a wood and the quality, means quality of the wood also. Okay, if wood is small enough, it will take less period to decompose. Okay, then woolen cloths, about a year, it is also biodegradable. Okay, but when it comes to the aluminum and other metal cans, so 100 to 500 years. Okay, so it's a non-biodegradable, you can say it is a non-biodegradable. But plastic bags are the one, you cannot say exact years and you can say several years. It's also a non-biodegradable category. So as because of this, so government made some rules. As a responsible citizen, we should remember 3R principle, that is reduce, reuse, and recycle. So nowadays, now not 3R principle, now 5R principle is running. So we, as a result, we means we are supposed to follow the what we call it as the these important points like reduce, reuse, and recycle. So we have to do this only in order to have a in order to develop habits which are environment friendly, because we should protect environment. Okay, thank you.